and welcome to today's members. Members crystal ball. Members. Trying to get the ball in a nice position. So yeah, today's right now is members crystal ball. Oh, today right now is members crystal ball, and in when we finish, we will have a members channeling. So yeah, exciting. We have 2 member streams to go today. So as my laptop is still not fixed, I do apologize, guys. Background music is a thing of the past, or was a thing of the past, because I have my music device with me, and I have a little bit late now. We're coming away from Christmas, but we still have our little Christmas tree that accompanied us on some streams. And earlier, I connected the plant device to the Christmas tree and it worked. So we're going to try that again now. I have cards here, don't worry. I have cards. So, yeah. So going to get ready. So, we have plant music device. Let's try it. It's not too much of a worry if you don't. Just, of course, I'll be behind in the chat. It's members, so there will be less of you, so don't really worry too much about that. But let's just try to get this. It worked earlier, but will it work on stream? That's the question. So let's try it. Let's see. I think it. So we put a prong into the soil to touch the roots, and I'll show you. And we put a prong on. That one. Sorry, that one goes in the device. Of course, we need to connect the device. So plant input here, and then I know some of you guys have seen this in the past. And then so a prong in the soil, and a prong on the leaves. Sometimes the prong on the leaves needs to be a little bit damp, but we'll see. We'll see how we go. It's covered in snow, not real snow, but let's clip it here and we'll just see. So this part here's got a little bit of how do I say? Soil? Okay, so think bad contact. I have water, so we'll try to wet the prong a little bit. See if we can do that. And it should work. It worked earlier. I did test it. So I did test it out. Water the Christmas tree a little bit. It's a bit dry, so hopefully we get it working. Let's see, I'll try here. A waiting signal. Maybe it's a bad part. I'm very well. I hope you are well. Just trying to get this working. We did get it working earlier. Oh, I was kind of hoping the stream would be a bit nicer today. Music. Let me see. So let's just lean it. Put it into a different part of the soil. How about that? Yes. Amazing. So hopefully it'll keep going. Oh no. I think it said. Yeah, I like that profile. This profile is called Zen Garden. So we're actually listening right now to the biorhythm of our Christmas tree. There we are. We have the Christmas tree. We have the music device set up here. And that's what we're listening to. So we have background music for a mobile stream. So I'm really happy about that. But let's get started. Questions in. So crystal ball, of course, as always. We have the crystal ball, and then we have different cards. So they're the same as if you were on the last stream. They are the same, but there's just a lot of them. So you have a good choice. You have a good selection. So we have. Maybe that one's mine. Law of attraction. You have been manifesting this relationship. Everything you want will soon be yours. Well, I'm going to claim that. I'm going to claim that. Put that at the bottom. So, love cards. We have love cards. We have our dragon. Our new cards. Dragon. These are new. If you haven't had a dragon yet, do choose a dragon. Love to see which dragon resonates with you. So our dragons, also dragon friends. A lot of people are feeling connected to dragons right now, dragon energy. So I was really drawn to them. Love and light. These are the other new ones that we have. Love and light. So these are also new. They are. Well, those are spiritual messages, I would say. These are in place of our angel cards. So if you usually choose an angel card, you're choosing a love and light card today. Akashic, as always. I know you guys love Akashic. I don't believe. Oh, these need shuffling. Starseed, Moon Magic, from there. And animal, so spirit animal as well. So yeah, I'm really well. I hope you guys are well. If you're not noticing my own spirit animal at the moment, we have the unicorn. The unicorn t-shirt is on. I should turn all the lights off so you can see. It's glow in the dark. I love it. It's glow in the dark. So how are we, guys? How is everybody? Well, I hope. Very well, I hope. So, okay. Let's see. We'll put. I want the dragon very close. The dragon here. Akashic. We want angels to the left there. No, angels to the right here, I would say. So love, starseed and moon magic, our love and light, and our spirit animal and our Akashic. So you have a good card selection if you want cards. But I'm going to get to questions now. So let's do that. So if we have any questions, I don't even know if we have any questions yet. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Oh, cool. Yeah. My chat was delayed. So I'm very well. I hope you guys are well. Jan says you're catching me just as I'm getting ready. Oh, I hope that's not a problem. I'm so sorry about that. Tom says hi, Venus and all. Very sweet. Ankita. So our first question is from Ankita. If the music is a bit too loud, let me know. It's better than no music like we've been having lately, but do let me know. So we have is Abhishek, and I apologize if I pronounce the names wrong. I do apologize. So is Abhishek ignoring me? Okay. Guessing a yes on that. Actually, I'm very sorry to say. Um, Jan says, will this new person be as fulfilling as David slash Caden, and if not more? How does the new person compare to them? Okay. So yeah, so first of all, I'm getting a yes on being as fulfilling, but then I'm also getting a steady energy. So it's not a twin flame up and down. There's always going to be lessons in relationships. So there's always going to be some ups and downs, but it's very smooth energy. It seems like there'll be less hassle, less drama, less blocking and unblocking, you know? So yeah, I would say better, much better. And Kita, will Abhishek not meet me in vacation? Okay. I'm guessing a yes to meeting. I'm guessing a yes to meeting. So hopefully the ignoring is over quickly. Jasmine says I keep hearing the song All I Want for Christmas Is You. Who's it coming from? Okay. Not picking anyone up for that one, so I apologise for that. Miss Venus says, hello, yeah, you are live. I am live. I am live. And yeah, I'm glad you could make it. Um, wait, I can't read that name. Pretty girl, sorry. After yesterday's message between me and Fawzi, can you check the energy between us now? Okay. I feel like there's this kind of yin yang energy of positivity and I wouldn't say negativity, but maybe doubt. But I do feel like there's a lifting of energy, so like maybe a relief or kind of like uh, a relief or a release. So it's good, but there is that balance. There's still something that feels a bit off there, I would say. Miss Venus says, hello everyone, I hope you all had a peaceful Christmas time. Yes, I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas, wonderful holiday season. Um, I hope you're enjoying the biorhythm music of the Christmas tree. And we're heading into the new year. So I should just tell you guys, since you have a few of you in, members. So it's members crystal ball right now. And when we finish, I'm going to jump off and come back with channeling. So channeling will be after this. If you haven't had your one yet, if you're a root, and if you haven't had your second one yet, and you are a heart. I don't have too long for that stream, so hopefully we can get a few done within that time. Any left over, maybe can be another one, or maybe they can be typed up. Like I've been saying, I can type them up if it's needed. So yeah, that's the plan for today. And tomorrow, heart chakra members. You know that I posted about um the heart chakra crystal ball. So heart chakra crystal ball. Maybe tomorrow, if I get, depending on when I get home, because I'm traveling home tomorrow. So it all depends on again. If I don't drive myself, and my friend drives me, then um I'm dependent, aren't I? I'm dependent on when they finish work, when they're able to take me. So yeah, in terms of tomorrow, I'm not 100% on when I will be home, but I will try to keep you updated and try to do a heart chakra crystal ball tomorrow evening. But if not, it will still be before the end of December. We have the abundance spell coming up as well. The heart chakra crystal ball could be the same day as the abundance spell. Maybe we'll see how you feel. See what time is good for you. Um, Pretty Girl says, I hope that song is for me. Oh. Ankita says, is Zira Sharma a bad bad for my relationship. I feel like he influenced my BF. When is he going to leave our life? Okay. Yeah, I do feel like there's negative influence towards your relationship, but I'm not really picking up leaving. Unfortunately, I'm really sorry to say that. Jan says, how physically attracted will I be to him compared to Caden in terms of percentage? Okay. So I'm getting like 95%. This is a very good percentage to get, you know? It's a very good percentage to get, so that's nice. Sorry, and Kita says, is Abhishek my soulmate? Okay. There's definitely a tie there in some karmic way, but I wouldn't say your soulmate, or at least not your highest level soulmate. I would not say. Jasmine says, the day after Christmas, in the middle of the night, while everyone was asleep, I heard someone calling my name. Who was it? Okay. I'm guessing ancestor. This is very, very ancient energy. Very, very ancient energy coming through. Pretty girl. How's Rosie feeling now about me after the healing I did? So it feels the same. So it feels the same as the previous question. So, I mean, maybe the release and the relief is more links to the healing, maybe, you know? Sorry, I lost where I'm up to here. I get this card of your choice for my mental health. Okay. For mental health, let's do love and light. Love and light. So here we are. It says acknowledge God's truth. So you can say God or the universe or source energy, you know, or your higher self even. Acknowledge God's truth, and you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. So it's about coming to truth. So, you may not be feeling the greatest right now, but it seems like you will come to maybe a higher understanding of yourself and your life path, which will bring more peace. Jan says, is Caden off post I didn't text him Merry Christmas, or did he not expect a message from me? Okay. Yeah, it feels very neutral. I got kind of not really expecting the message. Miss Vita says, yay, music. Yay, music! I know. I feel like I'm the person that's most concerned about it, but I really like it, especially for the channeling, so I hope you hold up for the channeling, because that would be great, just to have something whilst I'm just writing, you know? It would be nice. I know you chat amongst yourselves, and I know you can jump in and out and things like that, but I just think it's nice. So Pretty Girl says, I did a past life healing about a toxic group of friends. What dynamic do you see happening between them after I cleared the karmic debt, specifically with Fawzi and them? Okay. So I see a bit of distancing between some people and some people falling away. That's what I see. So you might find that some people release from your life path, and you might find that you kind of gravitate to maybe not a completely new friend group, but maybe like some different people as well, I would say. Um, Jasmine says, Miss Venus, I was in a funk for Christmas, but better the next day. Hope you had a good Christmas. Yeah, I really hope you guys did have a good Christmas, and I had a really great Christmas. So apologies if anyone didn't. Love, light, and blessings to you. Thomas says I love the tree. I'm glad. I'm glad you love the tree. It is pretty cute with its little bows. Okay. Tam says, I would love any card. I had dragon yesterday. Okay, so let's see your love and light then if you had dragon yesterday. What's happened to my light? Right, okay. Here we are. So you have be the love you wish to receive. Those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed. So always remembering to treat people the way we wish to be treated, to, um, yeah, to just kind of envision. I guess it's like stepping in the other person's shoes, being understanding, and giving out that. Like I always say, it's like a cycle. What we give out, we do receive back, and it can be different. I talk about love often, where you're giving out a lot of love energy, even if it's to friends, family, pets, the earth. It can still come back to you in different ways, like romantically. You could give so much love to, strangers, strangers, pets, plants, and it can come back to you in you meeting a romantic partner. So there's always a cycle of it, but it might not come back in the exact same way that you're giving it out. So that's the beautiful thing about love. The beautiful thing about love. Oh, sorry. Ankita, when my happy time starting, when is my happy time starting? How would it look? Okay, so we're looking at when your moods will improve, I suppose, when your happiness energy increases somewhat. Okay. It seems pretty soon. It seems like maybe beginning to mid-January, so that's nice. Um, Jasmine says I saw the All I Want for Christmas for You song, and I was wondering if that was from a direct message towards me from someone. Wow, that's my message. Very beautiful. Dragon, Frankita. You have the orange dragon. Orange, one of my favorite colors. So bring soul families and communities together. We are soul family and community, aren't we? Spread belonging, warmth, and oneness. Bring people everywhere together. So with the orange dragon energy, you can tap into the orange dragon energy when in situations where like maybe you know sometimes we're invited to social gatherings. So maybe your family, there's a birthday or something. But why not be the one to create the event? Why not be the event organizer, the one who invites everyone or plans where to go? If you tap into the orange dragon, the orange dragon will help you with that and help you with good luck with that and help you get what you want with that. I would say, or make it smooth sailing, make it nice. Jan says, what else do I need to work on for this new connection to come in with ease? Okay. So it's definitely just rally forward momentum, forward momentum. You need to keep releasing the past, perhaps a few cord cuttings. It's really about keeping forward momentum as much as possible, releasing the past, and um yeah, maybe you can tap into the horse totem animal as well, because that is for momentum. If we want momentum in our lives, if we're feeling a bit stuck or we're having trouble releasing the past, the horse totem animal is always a nice one to tap into, as they help with forward momentum. Pooja says, I thought of taking Acacia classes from one of an Insta page I found named Healing Feather, but I don't know if it's reliable or not. Any advice on taking class from there? Okay. I actually get positive energy on that. So yes, I get positive energy on that. Miss Dina says Twin Flame and I had a breakthrough last night. How is he feeling after our conversation last night? Okay. the word that's coming through is assured. Assured. So there could be like a firm decision on something, or a firm yeah, firm decision on something, I would say, assured. And Kita, will my cousin's brother Chini Kawatai Kawatia Kawatia come back? Is he alive? If yes, where he might be. Okay, so we have checked this one before, and we got Noja coming back. So yeah, let's see what we get here. So I'm still getting a Noja coming back, but I'm not getting an energy like, I'm not getting like a Passover spirit energy. So I can't confirm, but I'm not getting a Passover spirit energy. So hopefully, look, like, you know, I would say that they're just somewhere else in the world, kind of maybe starting a new life, maybe, or already have started a new life. Because I'm definitely getting a Noja coming back, but I'm not getting Passover spirit energy. I can't 100% confirm that, because it's not coming through directly. Like, it's not saying yes to alive and no to alive, you know? But I do get a note coming back, and that's confirmed. Pretty Girl says, wow, happy to be the confirmation for you. Very cute. Cute. Oh, sorry, Jasmine says, happy to be the confirmation for you. Too Pretty Girl, sorry. It's still cute, but I read it wrong. So, super chat. Oh, super chat from Sid. Why didn't Ziggy the dog react to the demonic entity or entities in my bedroom? Is it because of Archangel Michael? And if so, what did he do? Okay. I'm getting a note of there being demonic entities there. So I think you have some kind of interference or worry about something. It doesn't feel like there was demonic entities there. I feel like he would have reacted if there were as well. But thank you for the super chat. I do greatly appreciate that, Sid. Let's see. Pretty Girl, is there more spiritual work I need done in this situation with May? I don't know how to say that, so I'm going to say Maya. I'm so sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I have been dreaming of her every day. I think she's attacking me spiritually. Okay. Yeah, definitely picking up energy of like unintentional psychic attack, like thinking quite negatively of you and kind of directing the energy towards you, you know? So yeah, I would definitely say more spiritual work, more spiritual protection is needed there. Pooja, is the soulmate person someone new or someone I have met before? I get very strongly someone new with that. I do get someone new with that. Moment. Jan, can we maybe get the first letter of the name of the soulmate that's coming in? Okay. Let's see if we can get a letter. I'm getting a D. I'm getting a D come through there. So Pooja says physical traits of soulmate person. Okay, so I'm guessing like tall. I'm guessing like brown, dark brown in the hair, and I'm guessing like attractive energy in terms of, um, you know, how you feel like physical attraction. It does feel like this person is um how can I say that, kind of unique looking, you know, um in a cute way, in a cute way. So I feel like kind of like a goofy smile, but in a cute way, you know. So that seems really nice. Getting kind of like baby face as well, like someone who looks younger than they are. Someone who looks younger than they are. Jasmine, what is your take on hearing entities calling people's names? I heard that it's dangerous and you shouldn't answer back. Yeah, so it does depend. So, hearing entities' names, okay. So it depends on situation to situation. Are you in sleep paralysis? Are you in meditation? Are you just living out your daily life? Are you purposefully calling on them? Are you trying to work with them? Is it in a dream? There's many different situations in where we can and where an entity can call on a name. But yes, I that is one of so in my article I do write about 3 different ways that you can heal or clear entities from you. But one of them is to call on a higher power. If they're calling your name, I would probably recommend that path of calling on a higher power. But yeah, I do feel like every situation is different. Because sometimes, so as you know, I do a lot of clearing and cleansing, so I have worked quite regularly with negative entities, demonic entities and things like that. And sometimes if they're calling my name, it's because the option that they want is for me to send them to the light. Don't forget that all things in this world that are negative have fallen from the light. So, we all have the possibility and the ability because we all come from source energy. Initially, originally, at the very, very tippy top of everything is source energy. So, you know, everything can go back there, everything can go back to the light. Sometimes in work, if an entity calls my name, I'm being guided to actually work with it to send it back to the light. Now, that's not always possible. You may not always feel powerful enough to do that. Sometimes you don't feel like you're doing very well in your spiritual work. You're in your power, you're in your divine energy, you feel good, but you don't feel quite at that level. Call on a higher power. That is probably the best option. Um, you could ignore, you could ignore, but they might continue and continue and continue. Um, so Miss Venus says twin flames thoughts and feelings for me, especially after our conversation last night. Okay. Yeah, all the positive things are coming through, like clear, strong care, strong attraction, just really, really positive energies. Um, I would, I just feel kind of like not really wanting to ignore the draw to you, not really wanting to. Um, it feels nice. It does feel nice, you know. I don't even necessarily feel like you know, not really seeing anything like doubt, not really seeing anything like um worry coming through. It feels a little bit maybe like hopeful, I would say. But we have a super chat. Let me just see. Oh, Tam, thank you very much. Oh, thank you very much. I have been getting and seeing 1010 often. It seems. Is this a message from a guide? Okay, yes. Let's see. Yes. So you are getting messages from a guide. I can tell you that there's some link to like new technologies, like some kind of new technology, like maybe you it could be something like new technology is the only thing that's coming through, but it could be like working with new technology. Could be you're going having like a promotion or going to a new job where there's technology involved. Could be that you could be basic things like um you know I mean, I can't because all I'm guessing is new technology. I can't exactly say, but that kind of thing, like you might need to learn something new to do with technology, or maybe it could even be like guidance for protection from technologies as well, because sometimes we can use like our orgone or our shungite, or if you're into crystals and things like that, or energy protection from technologies. So it is linked to technologies, but with 1010, with angel numbers, like I always say, guys, write down. So when you see them, especially if it's the same one coming up, make a note. If you're driving, don't write it down. But if you can, write it down. Where am I? What was what was the exact thing I was thinking at the time, and what was I doing? So where was I? What was I thinking? And what was I doing? Write it down, keep writing it down, and you'll notice that there will be a similarity somewhere within there every time you're seeing 1010. But it does seem to have some link to new technologies, or to protection from technologies in some way. Let's see. Jan, and thank you for the super chat. I greatly appreciate the super chats, guys. Thank you very much. Jan says, is the person currently in a relationship or healing through a breakup as well? Is he emotionally mature? Okay. So we are getting yes to emotionally mature, but it does seem like it feels like coming to the end of a relationship at the moment. So it feels like they're in a relationship, and unbeknownst to them, it will end pretty soon. Um, Kevin, hello, welcome. I hope you are well too. Um, Kevin says, when will I get to know more about the project or opportunity with which I go to Europe next year from any of the higher ups from my company? Okay. So I'm seeing some shifting on this path. It seems minor, but it does seem like there could be some delay on this opportunity. Yeah, it does seem like there could be a little bit of a delay on this opportunity, so I apologize to pick that up. Pooja, when I am right now, where I'm reading it wrong, where I am right now in regards to moving on and releasing my connection with Anne. It seems like you still have some months to go. I feel like maybe 3 months and you'll be there. Miss Venus, I'm sorry to read that, Jasmine. I hope it's part of the year's 9 cycle that is closing and getting you ready for a new beginning next year. Yes, a new beginning next year. We are all welcoming in. We are all welcoming in. So, releasing as much of the negativity as we can, moving on, moving forward, having all momentum, and wishing everybody well, like Miss Venus is doing here. Kevin says, why did Shan unfriend me from Snap? What were his thoughts and intentions about it? So, I'm sorry. So I'm sorry to say this, but the energy that I'm picking up here is the feeling of being bored. Being bored. So I don't know if maybe there's just not a resonance in the things that you're into or something like that, or dull conversation or something, from their opinion. So it seems like that's just how they feel. I'm not saying that. It seems like that's how they feel. Twin Flames intentions towards me now that we have talked. Okay. I still feel like they want to get with you. I still feel like they want to have some level of a relationship with you. I still really feel that. Um, Jan, does this new person have similar goals and mindset to me? As in, he wants to be a provider and have children and marriage. Okay. Yes, I guess a yes on that. Pooja says, will it be worth telling my soulmate that I am in a twin flame journey when we are supposed to meet? I guess a no on that one. Jasmine, I think it is Miss Venus. My personal year number is 92, so extreme endings, yes. And it can be difficult, it can be. Um, how do you suggest I keep myself protected at all times when a spirit is making itself known to engage with it and figure out what it is and what it wants? Okay, so to keep yourself protected at all times, I really highly recommend, especially when you're not. Well, I don't know. I feel like Jasmine. I feel like you are quite pronounced in your spiritual journey. I know you still ask questions and you ask for confirmation and you're like kind of you doubt yourself a little bit, but I do feel like you're a bit pronounced in the spiritual journey. So what I would say is for you, I feel like angelic protection is the best at the moment. So wearing white often, with the intention, you know, when I put this on, I'm asking my angels, I'm saying, you know, I'm wearing this with the intent of you being around me, of you protecting me. But when I was more doubtful of myself on my spiritual journey or learning a little bit more, I was a little bit. I'm always learning. We are always learning. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just talking a little, you know, a little bit back in the past. I used to have a opal. I mean, I still have it, but I don't wear it as often. So I used to have an opal ring, and I connected my opal rings to a few of my angels. So it wasn't so much like a binding, like I bound a spirit to the ring. It was more like um, if you know I had a few angel guides, and it was kind of like whenever one of you can be around me, or two of you, or as many of you as possible could be around me. And when I'm wearing this ring, please do so, you know. And I had that opal ring purely with that intention. I didn't use opal. I still don't use opal for anything else except my angels. So you know, I dedicate opals to them. I dedicate that crystal to them, and yeah. So I used to wear that like pretty much all the time. I still have it. It's you know it's very neatly, safely packed away. But yeah, I would say so. I would say something like that. I hope that's helpful. Um, Pusha says, "Is the soulmate person the same nationality as me?" Yes, I guess a yes on that. Kevin says, "I have been feeling unmotivated and lazy nowadays. Is there something my spirit guides want me to do or focus on?" Okay. Yeah, so I'm really getting the gym energy come through. I know you've mentioned it before, but I feel like they're pushing you to focus on that. To focus on that right now. Miss Venus says, "Wishing you the best of new beginnings." Well, and absolutely, and we're definitely going to do. Um, excuse me. So our abundance stream. I know it's going to be abundance because we all want abundance for the new year. But we, as always with all of my spells, there will be some release. There will be some release. So if you do have anything you're thinking of releasing, and you know, we it's the spell will mostly be focused on money, like monetary abundance. But we can also do like luck, you know, thinking about luck and things like that. So when we do our release energy, you can release like bad luck as well as bad luck with money. You can do general bad luck release as well. So I just hope that helps. I just hope that helps. Okay. So Pretty Girl says, "Do you see whatever magic or spells that was done from Mahe is removed, and how can I help Fawzi to remove what was done to him?" Okay. So I actually do feel like most of the spells were removed. I feel like there could be something that's still kind of releasing, but I would say that I would release. I would say that I would release. I mean, maybe you could help with shifting that, but I wouldn't say it's 100% necessary because I would say that it will release. But in terms of Fawzi, I would say maybe just an extra cleanser An extra cleanser could be perfect. Yes. Kevin, I did feel a change of in the music today. It's interesting to hear the Christmas tree's frequencies. Yes, and I thought we will use the Christmas tree because we're past Christmas now, but it's definitely not something I can use at any later date. I'm kind of pushing it by using it now. So yeah, it's quite nice. I bought another plant. I bought a little mini succulent. So we'll try that next time and we'll see what we get with the succulent. Jan says, when will Kaden and cut ties? I feel it has to be imminent for next year. Okay. At the moment, I'm not really feeling a full release of ties. I'm feeling kind of just like a mutual distancing, but staying, um, staying with a pleasant disposition. So if they're in the same friend group or doing something with similar friends, I feel like a politeness. I still feel like occasional talking. I just feel like there isn't a full release energy at the moment. Miss Venus, I sent this from Flame a Christmassy picture of me. What does he think and feel about it? If he likes it, what did he like about it? Okay. Yeah. So, of course, I'm guessing that he likes it. But the energy, so the word that really comes through is you look so vibrant. Vibrant is like the energy that's coming through in the mind, like so vibrant. Like you stand out to me, so standing out in my mind so much. So that's nice. Kevin says, should I be wishing Shan happy birthday? I don't that interested or attached say it, and I feel it would just be draining than helpful. Yeah, I'm guessing a no. I'm guessing a no on that. Oh, Miss Venus says I'm so surprised about the turn of events. When does it look like I'll see my twin flame next? And will it be a proper date or random casual? I am too. I am too. I'm surprised in the sense that Omar's energy always comes a bit stronger. But I'm also not surprised because, of course, it's twin flame. But another reason why I'm not too surprised is because I always felt a bit biased when I rooted for Omar because I just kind of liked the fresh energy spiritually of you guys, and it's a very fresh spiritual energy with no like nothing really strongly how can I say like karmically to deal with, if that makes sense. It seems very fresh and very nice, and yeah, I always kind of rooted for him. So it's like, yeah, if a different path happens, a different path happens. It's not my life. I'm just kind of observing and checking in. So yeah, I think it's nice. Oh, but the question: will it be proper date or random and casual? Okay. I do feel proper date. I do feel proper date. Kevin, when do you see me actually going to abroad next year? Any specific month coming through? Okay. Sorry, I yawned. I'm guessing September as a possibility, but like I said, this path feels quite delayed, unfortunately. Um, it feels a bit delayed. So, even though that's the most prominent possibility next year, it doesn't look it doesn't look as prominent as it has looked in the past. Jasmine says, with these experiences I'm having, like faintly seeing spirits and hearing my name called, how can I figure out what exactly it is so you don't have to keep asking you, okay? So the messages that I'm getting are more scrying and journaling. But what I would say is, your scrying and journaling, it's very coming from the thing is we doubt ourselves a lot. When we're scrying, we might get a message and feel like it's very random. you know, you might see an image and kind of doubt it or think, am I seeing that? Is that does it mean this? Does it mean this? How, it's like a dream. You know, sometimes when you're scrying, it's like dream interpretation. Oh. Sometimes when you're scrying, it's like dream interpretation. So it can be difficult. So what I would say is scrying and keeping up journaling are the main things. But if you're having difficulty with interpreting what you're seeing, always double check with the pendulum, yes or no, you know, or a deck that you feel drawn to. So the pendulum or the deck can be like your backup, like a yes or no kind of energy. But the scrying and the journaling are like the main things that are coming through. And that can be automatic writing, but can also be dream journaling and things like that, or meditation experience journaling. Jan says, is the new person's love language also physical touch and words of affirmation like mine, or what is his love language? Okay. Yes, I'm actually getting confirmation on that, especially the physical touch part of that. Miss Venus says, sorry if I ask similar questions, but this is such a developing story. Lol. So based on our breakthrough last night, what's the most prominent timeline with me and a twin flame at the moment? Okay. The most prominent at the moment does seem like getting into a serious relationship, like a serious long-term relationship. I feel like it's kind of shoved the path of this, like the soulmate we kept seeing. I feel like it's kind of shoved that path away a little bit, you know, it's kind of budged in there. That's how it feels like. Kevin, how has Tanya been thinking and feeling about me lately? I have been a little closed off intentionally and unintentionally. Okay. So it does feel neutral. It feels like there's some wondering why, like some like, is everything okay? Like, have I done something wrong? But generally, it does feel quite neutral. Miss Venus, do you see a committed relationship between the twin flame and I in the coming months? And if so, when will he ask me to be his girlfriend? So yes, I do, but let's see a time frame for asking to be the girlfriend. I'm guessing April. I'm guessing April at the moment. Pretty Girl says, would love any card message for me. Well, since you said love, I'll pull you a love card. Let's do love. This is for Pretty Girl. It says, actions speak louder than words. If you want to know what someone is feeling, watch what they are doing. Yes, because some people say everything. I'll give you the world, but they never give it, you know? So it's all about actions. Some people show you how much they love and care about you by the actions that they do. They don't have to say they love you all the time because they're showing you by helping you out, supporting you, being a shoulder to cry on, you know. Actions are much more, I don't know, better. Actions are much more affirmative, you know, about how someone feels. So Jasmine says, I saw the Twin Flames Facebook profile pop up on my feed as the first person in the people you may know. 5 times in 24 hours, 3 times on Christmas, and 2 times before 1 a.m. the next day. What was this all about? Okay. There does seem to be kind of an energy of you kind of willing it. Like you, it's like it's an energy of you not really wanting to let go and kind of willing to see signs. That's kind of how it feels. A dragon card for Kevin. So there's your dragon. I don't know if you can read it. Deep blue dragon. Keep you safe. Oh my gosh. Keeps you safe. The blue dragon keeps you safe by clearing your pathway. Trust that you are protected. Walk on a path of light. So maybe if there are some delays or some issues going on with this path that you're really wanting, like going away or, you know, anything like that, maybe tap into the blue dragon. And you can, um, maybe it'll help get that path back, or promenade that path, make that path more prominent. I think I invented a word there, but make that path more prominent. So yeah, so that's interesting as well. The dragon cards, I'm really feeling very, very drawn to them. And the dragon is kind of a symbol of Wales as well, which is the country right next to here, right next to England. And so I might go there if I find there's a nice spiritual mount there, but I might find a stone circle there and just pull some dragon cards like in the wild for you guys. That would be quite nice. Maybe I should get a dragon t-shirt as well. Oh, sorry, I knocked the tree. It's still playing music, so that's okay. Jan, how does he dress, like style-wise? I'm curious if he's one of the types that knows how to dress, or if he wears more comfy clothes. Okay. Excuse me. So I'm guessing kind of casual. I'm guessing kind of casual, comfortable clothes, but I don't feel like it's it's not like really scruffy. It's not like I'm going out to eat in joggers, you know. It's not like I'm going out to eat in my do you call them joggers in the US? You know, like I don't know how else to describe them. Tracksuit bottoms. You know, it's not like I'm going out to eat in something like that. But I would definitely say on a more casual side, more casual, comfortable side. I don't feel like super smartly dressed, is what I would say. So Miss Venus says, what is this about me that is making the twin flame feel more and more like I want a long term with her? Like you picked up yesterday. Yeah, so I mean, it's the twin flame energy, you know. I mean, I'm not doubting the attraction to you as a person because we all feel it on stream. Like the people that are regulars and me and the regulars can feel that you have very vibrant energy. You're a very positive person. You're very like self-assured. You're very um, uh, you have a very attractive energy, even for those people who haven't actually. Miss Venus is very beautiful, by the way. For those of you who have not seen a picture of her, she's very beautiful. But you know, there's things like that are the kind of um, root chakra, you know, or sacral chakra, you might say, external energy things. But I feel like just the twin flame connection, it's when it goes, it's always going to come back at some point. So even if sometimes it is lifetime to lifetime and not in the same life path, um, you know, for you it's the same life path, and maybe that's lucky. Maybe that's a really good thing. Hopefully, you know. Um, Kevin says, can I have the other new card too? Yes, it's called Love and Light, but if you want to call it Love and Light or Angel, you're very welcome. The picture on the back is very angelic, and I feel like it replaces the angel cards well, and we usually do have angel cards on stream. We will have angel cards again, but it's just nice to mix it up sometimes. So you have focus on God's love. Focus on, so you could say God, the universe again. When we're seeing God on these cards, are very like religious in the sense of the way they're written, but you can take it as your own God, your own deity, your own the universe, source energy. So when I say God, do bear that in mind. Make every effort to keep yourself united in the spirit, binding yourself together with peace. Binding yourself together with peace. Yes. I always need to remember that thing because I had a bit of a stressful day recently, you know, I got into a bit of stress and I expressed it. I did express it. Um, not like a lot, you know. I wasn't enraged or anything, but I did express my stress a little bit, and I was very aware of it. And I was like, I think I need to meditate. I think I need to go meditate now, you know. Um, and it's just that. It's just keep coming back to peace, you know. Um, your emotions are valid. Feel them. Just don't over express them if they're negative, and come back to peace, you know. Miss Venus says, does the twin flame have any current hesitations or doubts about wanting to try a relationship with me again. Yes, I definitely feel so. Although I feel like the doubting is like, a downward trajectory, which is good for doubt. I do feel like it's going down and down. But what I do feel is like it's worries. It's like, can I make this work? Am I right for her? Are we right for each other? Can I do this? It's very kind of like that energy. So I would say doubts in that sense. I hope that makes sense. But you can ask follow up if that doesn't make sense. Jasmine says, if the twin flame also popped up as number one again on my Facebook timeline the 28th, what was it about this time? Okay. I'm not getting anything new for that, unfortunately. I'm sorry. It does feel like you're still kind of trying to connect to that energy and trying to bring that energy in, even if that's on a subconscious level a little bit. There might be some work you need to do there, just a little bit of work you need to do there. Jan, up to Jan, don't worry. Oh my gosh, we've already been on for an hour. It doesn't feel like an hour, guys. It doesn't not feel like an hour. So let me see. Okay, so we're on 20 to 7. So if we go to, well, we'll do another hour. We'll stay on for another, if needed. I know sometimes the member streams die down naturally themselves because there's not a lot of us. But we'll say at maximum, we'll stay on another hour. And then I'll jump off for a quick break. And then we'll have the channeling. So like I said earlier, if you're a root chakra and you haven't had any channelings this month yet, you have one. If you're a heart chakra and you haven't had your second one, you have your second one. I have lists, so don't worry. So Jasmine, oh sorry, I read that one. I'm sorry. Jan! Okay, maybe too much information, but this is important to me. How compatible am I with this person in terms of sacral? Don't worry, that is not too much information. Guys, I work with tons of clients for tons of different things, and honestly, I've had it all. I've connected with it all. I've worked with some people purely on sacral things. Yeah, I won't go into too much detail, but there's certain magical practices that are very sensual based that I've worked with as well. And I'm people tell me all sorts and everything, and it's all. If there's anything you do want, if there's anything you can't say on stream that's like that, I'm very confidential. I'm not going to come back on stream and say Jan said this about her sacral. It's all fine and dandy. I am very happy to talk about anything that you want to talk about, personal things. This is the thing about mental health, physical health, and spiritual health are all similar in that way, where we do need to delve into the depths. We do need to delve into maybe the things that are personal or not PG. I know I try to keep streams PG, but in general, in sessions, we can delve into anything that's needed. But yes, so Jan says, will you be compatible with this person in terms of sacral? Okay, let's check. Yes, I got confirmation, so I'm glad to tell you that, because it's very important to me as well. I think it's highly important in a relationship. Sid says, Sam, I only just seen this. Hey Venus, don't worry, Sid. We have an hour. We have another hour. So very lovely to see you. We have another hour for you. Kevin, why do I feel emotionally closed off lately when I was feeling fully emotionally connected in around October time? Did something change? Yeah, so it's the guidance that you're a little bit disconnected from the guidance that you're getting here. So your emotions are going from external, being very external and externally focused to being internal and internally focused. What your guides are trying to tell you is it's not to fully close off from others, but to work on yourself, mind, body, spirit. Keep working on your own self. You're very likely to be going onto a path of um, self improvement in all ways, mental, spiritual, and physical. So you're going to be doing a lot of self focus. So yeah, it's just more about your the emotions going inwards. Like you're important, emotions of your own self. I hope that makes sense. Miss Venus, what is twin flame assured of, and what is a decision that is more anchored or made now? Okay. The assured energy, it's kind of like being assured that this path would work and that because we have this disconnect between like I do really want this long-term committed relationship, but can I or there's a few questions when it comes to you, and it's like, is this the right person? But a lot of it is, can I live up to this person, which I feel is quite common with men, with you. They feel like they can't live up to your level sometimes. Um, and so there's a few things like that. And I feel like there's more assurance that all of these doubts and worries could go. And it is possible. And maybe I can do this. That's kind of what I feel. Um, what is it that What is it, that decision, that is more anchored or made now? I think we're talking in terms of like the long-term connection or the possibility of it. I think we're on the same page with that, but let me know if not. Maya, hello and welcome. So guys, I don't know how many members we've had because I know some of you are jumping in and out, and it isn't only members, but we do only have 6 likes. So if you notice that you have not liked the video yet, please do like it. I know we'll never ever get a time where all 30 odd members will make it. I know. But when you jump in, always just give a little like to boost us up. So Kevin, what can I do to again connect with my emotional side properly while keeping it balanced? Okay. Your guides are coming through very strongly, and your guides are saying that the emotions are balancing naturally. They're saying how they're putting it across is, it's like, this is natural. This is supposed to be happening. You're supposed to be disconnecting a little bit to connect more with yourself, and things will naturally take their flows and cycles. At the moment, it's very natural. Jan says, is he the same age as me, older or younger? Slightly younger. Slightly younger. I would say a few years younger. Love card for Maya. Oh no. Pay attention to the red flags. Know the warning signs of what an unhealthy connection looks like. Okay. So, like I say with red flags though, a lot of the time, red flags, it's like, that's a red flag. It's a no from me. Take off my rose tinted glasses. Walk away. But sometimes we do get red flags about things like, okay, this person's not healed in this way, not healed in that way. They have this issue, they have that issue. But sometimes we see that they're working on it. I'll give like a common and not like maybe smoking. Maybe it's like I wouldn't exactly say it's a red flag, but it's just this is just an example I'm going to give. So if you see your how can I say, your what's it called when it's a complete no-go from you, like deal breaker. So let's say your deal breaker is someone who smokes, and then you meet someone and you really get on, and then they're like they light up a cigarette, but they tell you they're trying to quit. It's that kind of thing. It's like, okay, I thought the smoking was a deal breaker, but we got on so well, and they've told me they're trying to quit without me telling them. If you tell them it's a deal breaker and then they say they're trying to quit, maybe they're just trying to impress you. you know. It does always depend on how it goes. But that's just my example. So when it comes to red flags, it doesn't always mean that's going to be something that's a complete deal breaker, but it does mean that we have to be very mindful and we have to take off those rose tinted glasses. And a dragon card for Maya as well, of course. Maya, beautiful. Crystal yellow dragon. I wouldn't expect anything less. Opens you to higher learning and wisdom. Expand your crown chakra for illumination. Walk the higher spiritual path. I did feel like I did feel like Maya would get something third eye or crown chakra related. When I saw it at first, I thought golden dragon, but crystal yellow dragon is very nice. Kevin, I had a dream, I guess today or yesterday, where I changed my college and location, which I guess my parents didn't know about or told them, and I changed it at the middle of the academic year. Oh my gosh, guys, I had a experience last night actually, and I will talk about this soon. So I had an experience last night, and um, I had another friend who had a very crazy experience that involved me, and they were also so I was in their dream, they were in my dream, which is really really interesting. And then and then I woke up to a message from Jasmine about a dream that she had had, and I was like, there's some dream energy going on here, like dream or astral or any experience that you were going through in the evening, in your evening, whenever your evening was. There was definitely like a Mexican wave, should we say, across the world of heightened spiritual energy last evening, or like these last few evenings, I should maybe say, just because of all time zones and that. Kevin says I had a dream. So I changed my college and location, which I guess my parents didn't know about or told them, and I changed it at the middle of the academic year. Let's see. Sort of further question. It was my first day, but I felt nervous and felt like I wanted to skip the first day and would go. What was the stream about? Do you mean I wouldn't go? But let's see anyway. Yeah, the dream really is about the urge for this new experience. I feel like this abroad experience is like really on your mind, whether it's consciously or subconsciously or both. I feel like you're really being pushed to do this, whether it's with work or not, whether it's a jumping ship to something different. I feel like you're really being pushed to this abroad experience, which is something new. Let me see where I'm up to here. Ask Leela, hello, welcome. Miss Venus says, after saying God good night, I kept seeing Twin Flame online very late at night, which is rare for him. Was he rereading our conversation? Was he so excited that he couldn't sleep? What happened? Okay. So I definitely got confirmation of going back over the conversation. I definitely got confirmation on that. Love and light for Maya, of course. So you have walk away from illusions and towards truth. Show me the right path, God or the universe, whatever you want to say. It says, "Oh Lord," but I don't say that. That's not something I say. Show me the right path. Point out the road for me to follow. So yeah, walk away from illusions and towards truth. So perhaps doing a meditation or any kind of spiritual like prayer or affirmation on releasing any veils that are around you, any wool from your eyes. So yeah, just think about things like that. Ashley says Peter's feelings towards me, please. Okay. there's a very strong attraction, but there's also a lot of doubt coming through. I'm sorry to say that. Oh, Maya, we don't have angel cards. The love and light are a replacement for angel today. So since you've already had a love and light, which was replacement for angel, I will pull you a star seed. We'll do a star seed for Maya. So your star seed card is gratitude. Universal love shines through the miracles of life all around you. And I think that's important. Sometimes miracles can be small. Miracles can be very, very small. I had a small miracle happen today, I believe. A very small miracle happened today. And, I was very grateful for that and very thankful. And it wasn't anything huge, but it brightened my day for a little while until the stream, because you guys brightened my day even more. Kevin, it was my first day, but I felt nervous and felt like I wanted to skip my first day and would. Oh, sorry, it was the end of the other question. Why am I rereading that? Akashik for Maya. Akashik. So you have loving elementals. So for loving elementals, it's connecting with your more earthly guides. So any guides you have connected to the earth, I would say you're connecting with them. Maybe ground a little bit, connect with nature if you do not do that enough already. But tapping into the inner child as well. So you might need, sometimes it's inner child healing, maybe you need to go deep a bit meditatively or just inward in your mind's eye, and think if there is any inner child healing that's needed. But if not, even if you don't feel like, for example, I didn't have a particularly traumatic childhood. My trauma came when I was a little bit older. Um, and I didn't necessarily have inner child healing to do, because my child, well, there's different levels to it being, oh, I don't know what to talk about when it comes to like ETs and things, so I don't know what to say, but what I would probably say is, I do what I'm trying to say is, I'm not someone who needs a lot of inner child healing, but I still like to connect with my inner child quite regularly. So I will like go on a fairground ride every now and then. I will eat like some sweets or something that I haven't eaten since childhood. Actually, today I ate a chocolate that I hadn't Milky Bar. If you've ever heard of it, they come in like little we have a thing called celebrations. I don't know if you guys have them. You probably do. It's like what people get for Christmas. And someone offered me like one of them, and they had like a Milky Bar, a little mini Milky Bar, and I actually didn't like it. But when I was a child, I loved it, and that's a very easy way to connect with your inner child, to eat something you haven't eaten since a child, or to do something you haven't done since a child, or something that you loved as a child. Watching a silly cartoon show that you loved as a child. It's a great way to connect with the inner child, even if you don't necessarily need healing. Miss Venus says the Twin Flames' most recent thoughts about me, please. Okay. The most recent thoughts are looking at a picture of you and thinking of how beautiful you are. That's most recent thoughts. Ask Leela, how is the energy between me and Lee? Okay. It seems a bit flat and a bit steady, but there's definitely potential there, and there's definitely a deep care energy. It just seems a bit kind of flat and steady at the moment. I think a bit warm, so just bear with me. Just take this off. Nice warm cardigan. It's very nice and warm. There we are. Whew. Okay. So, actually, Maya said saucy. I already did give you one more. Since you have said that, let me give you a moon magic. We'll do a moon magic for Maya. I know it's a back to front for you, but every day I bring radical self-love to my mind, body, and spirit. Radical self-love. Yes. Love yourself to the fullest. You are the only person you are guaranteed to spend the rest of your life with. So why not love yourself, treat yourself, and care for yourself? Lee's feelings towards me as Leela. Yeah, I am feeling the deep care. I'm feeling the connection. I'm feeling kind of like it's almost like an inability to reach out or maybe reach out or say something that I want to say. It's like a throat chakra thing. It's like it's either inability to reach out or inability to say something that I really want to say. But there's also this energy of like feeling really connecting, like really not wanting to let you go, basically. You know, it's like I see the yin yang in that, you know, the two sides of the coin there. Like I joke, I really want to reach out, but there's some reason I can't. But I don't want to lose you, and there's a deep care. Um, Justin says the day after Christmas, I had a dream Phil lived next door to me. I had came home from somewhere. My mother went outside making noise, trying to get his attention that I was there. What was this all about? Okay. So if we think about as I always say, like I'm not religious, like I don't specifically follow one um magical path or religious path or anything like that, but in paganism you know you have the maiden, the I forgot the middle one, but then you have the crone, you know, and the crone is like that kind of like she's the grown one, she's like the older lady, you know. It's like the three stages of like feminine energy. And with that, I kind of feel like like the like your mother's representing the crone energy, which is it's a divine feminine energy, but it's like future. It's like very future. It's very like the end kind of energy, and what it feels for me is kind of like the. It's like saying, um, we need to connect before the end. We need to connect before, you know, we need to like complete. There needs to be a completion with us. We need to connect before the end. There needs to be a completion with us. And your mother is representing that completion, but in the divine feminine energy way. Like I feel very crone energy from your mother in that dream. And I hope that makes sense in the way I'm explaining it. Apologies to pagans if you want to have a go at me for how I interpreted that. Um, as Leela says, is Lee planning to? And I love paganism, by the way. I do love that. It's definitely one of the magical practices that I really like. Um, Gerald Gardner has a plaque. Hopefully, you're putting near the New Forest, and I'm going to visit it at some point, maybe the end of January. So as Leela says, is Lee planning to contact me? Thank you. It's like I keep thinking about it. It's reoccurring very frequently in Lee's mind. It's like really wanting to. So I would say yes, but it's I don't know. Like say planning, it's more like I keep thinking about it. I keep considering it. But I would lean to yes for that. So Maya says animal card. Snake spirit. Interesting that you have snake spirit. Time to heal, it says. But the snake spirit is all about shedding old skin. Shedding old skin. So that's a very nice totem animal to connect with at the end of the year, because we want to shed all old skin of the past year, or the negative energy, and then we want to be fresh skinned, fresh faced, fresh spirited, moving into the new year, you know? Jan says, can we get any more physical characteristics outside of blonde and super, super tall? Like maybe eye colour or something. Okay. So it seems like I'm definitely, as soon as you say it, I am getting eye colour. It's like a greeny blue. I feel like a greeny blue for eye colour. I'm also seeing like something something a bit unique on the face, like a pronounced freckle or something, or mole or something, you know. I'm not completely sure of location, but it feels like maybe in this area here. But it's like something that might be like easy for you to recognize, you know. I think I have one somewhere. Maybe you can't see it because of the lighting, but mine's very pale. But it would still be something like if someone told you, you'd be like, oh, that might be her, Ginger, and she has like that little mark, you know. Um, so I'm not saying he's Ginger. That was just an example of if it was me. Kevin, card of your choice for me. Okay, you've had dragon, which I would choose. Let's do animal for Kevin. Animal. Oh, I like it. Lion spirit. And I'm very in my Leo lessons lately, meeting a lot of Leos, spending time with Leo energies. Be generous of spirit, and of course, strength. You can always get strength from strong animals, you know. If you're getting mouse, it's more like small, pay attention to small details, little things, delicacy, vulnerability. But when we're getting these big animals, you know, like strong animals, lions, strength, you know. So John says, is D introverted like me, or is he an extrovert? Okay. I would say it's more like not super introvert, not super extrovert. I would say more like kind of casual middle ground, which is interesting because that's kind of Libra energy. Because I'm kind of like that. I'm like I mean, I might seem like an extrovert to you guys because I'm on stream, you know, I'm on showing myself on stream, and I am very sociable. I do make friends wherever I go, but I can definitely be. I don't have to be the life and soul of the party, you know. I'm not like super. I'm not like a Leo, you know. But I love Leos. So Pretty Girl says, if I want to work with you, how do I do that? Where do I go, or where do I find your email address? Okay, so all of my information is in the description of the video. I have my Facebook, Discord, and email. They're the three best ways to contact me. So my Facebook and Discord links are down there. My email address is secretfrequencies@outlook.com. There is also admin@secretfrequencies.com, which is my professional website email. But for some reason, it doesn't work very well with Gmail. So I always give out the other one, secretfrequencies@outlook.com. That's just better, just in case, especially if you have Gmail. So yeah, that's the better one, secretfrequencies@outlook.com. And then my website is secretfrequencies.com/shop. So you can just go there as well. And you are a member. So don't forget, guys, members get half price on a lot of things. So, Pretty Girl, what I would suggest if you're wanting to purchase something from me is to contact me first, because a lot of sessions with me are half price for members, basically. So it's always worth saying, Venus, I want this one. Is it half price for members? And if it is, I will give you a discount code for it. If it isn't, then I'll just say, no, sorry, it's not, you know? But it's always worth an ask, just in case. But yes, I'll give you a discount code if it is half price. Kieran, what's going on between my friend Lyric and her BFLJ? So current energies seem positive, but I'm envisioning a lot of tensions coming up. Kieran, what is my friend Nene? Is that how you say it? I'm kind of hoping that's how you say it. If that's how you say it, I really like that name. But apologies if I pronounce it wrong. So what does my friend Nene? Oh, going through. Okay. It seems like there's conflict or falling out with someone very close. It feels family to me, but it could be like super, super close friend or something like that, you know? As Layla says, um, how is Lee feeling my energy as I started to think about someone else? Okay. I feel like it does spiritually cause a bit of distance, but in terms of Lee's own feelings, there isn't much change. Jasmine says, well, with this particular ancient ancestor spirit, what do they want with me? And are they negative or positive? So they're neutral. They're neutral. But they're mostly it's like they're wishing and willing for you to to keep improving the path, you know? They're very how can I say? They're very hopeful and hopeful and supportive of the path of the lineage improving and improving. We all want upward trajectory. You know, this is the thing I don't understand about um, people who are jealous of their children or don't want their children to do well or go on to like a more positive path than them. You know, they want their children to stay stuck in the way that they feel they are, and I feel like that's really negative because we should always be trying to go on an upward trajectory. So although the spirit is neutral, I feel the spirit is neutral because in their lifetime they did some things that we now would consider morally wrong. But but they're really supportive of you improving on this path, on your path of your lineage and your like legacy, I guess. Maya, my mean spiritual leader, Matthias Leonardo, knows I left him as spiritual leader. How does he feel because of it? To be honest, there's a feeling of like we didn't really resonate and that's okay. It's kind of a little bit accepting. I would say accepting. Kieran, what's Lurk's feelings and intentions for me? Okay. There isn't really much. It's kind of like wanting to be friends, wanting to be pleasant, wanting to be, you know, wanting to get on, I would say, like an energy of wanting to get on. And Alondra's feelings and intentions, okay. So Alondra seems to have quite supportive intentions. It feels like positive and supportive. That's the energy that comes through now. Maya says, my spiritual leader, um, Kukwai from Spain, Kukwai? Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. From Spain, envy me. I felt a weird energy the other day. Yes. Unfortunately, I get yes, I'm sorry to say. Miss Venus, what are Twin Flames' most likely actions towards me next and in the coming weeks? Increased communication, dates, hanging out. Yeah, it just feels like that. It just feels like there could be more of a steadiness with that, you know. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. Because men seem to. No, I won't. I won't. I won't. Okay. So there's a lot of very great men, you know. Kieran says, what should Sharika's feelings and intentions towards me? Okay, Sharika. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. It feels just positive but passive. It's like you are, it's better than neutral. It is positive, but it's like you're not really at the forefront of my mind. I wish you well. I do care about you, or I have good feelings and intentions towards you, but you're just not really on my mind. Jan says, is what I'm doing right now okay for forward momentum? I'm kind of right now at the point where I'm just tired and feeling ready to move on with someone who will match me and is ready for it. Well, that what you're saying there is perfect. You know, if you can feel that in your mind, body, and spirit, then yes, 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 100%. Kieran, what's going on between my friends Alondra and her boyfriend? That actually feels pretty positive. I'm getting positive vibes from that one. So it feels like there could be some, um, deeper commitment, long term going on there. So it feels quite nice. Oh, I skipped someone. It feels quite nice with that one, Kieran. And then Kieran also says, how will be the coming January 2026 for me money wise? Okay, so we're looking to see if there's any significant dips or increase in January. Okay. Seems like it's a little bit of a decrease, but then it does seem to go back up. Maya says the Spanish woman that does Reiki could be a good spiritual leader for me. Venus, you're one of my spiritual leaders. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. My role is to be a positive part of people's journey. If you see me as a friend, reader, leader, if you want to join my Chucky egg cult, you can. Um, I just posted a short. So we hung around with at the conference. So I know I've been talking about the conference a lot. At the disclosure conference, we hung around with a few Americans, and it was really cute because actually you guys are Americans, so maybe you can confirm this for me. Um, they didn't know what a Chucky egg was, and not everybody calls it that, but that's what we used to call it. And it's like you have like uh, you have a. It's so funny that I'm just talking about it, and I've just got a notification that someone liked the post about it that I posted just as I'm talking about it. Synchronicities have been happening all day today. So, um, but I mean like loads of them, like way more than usual. So a chucky egg. So when you hard boil it, so this is a breakfast food in the UK. So you hard boil. Well, you did hard boil. You boil an egg so that it's pretty much hard boiled, but the inside is runny. The yolk is runny, and you just take the top off at the very top, like ever so slightly, and you have bread. Like say this is your bread, but you cut it like that down the, maybe you cut it into the floor or something so they're thin, and you dip them into the top of the egg so that they get the yolk on them, and you eat them like that. I think it disconnects with the music, and you eat them like that, and they'd never heard of that before, and they were like, we have like egg cups. It's almost like how we're standing the crystal ball. It's like you have a little egg cup, put the egg on it, take the top off, and they were like, "What do you mean the top?" She was like trying to cut it like in the center there. It was really funny just seeing introducing Americans to like the way we do different things differently, and we made this whole joke anyway. The point I was getting to, we made this whole joke about we're starting a Chucky egg cult. So yeah, you could, if you want to see me as just a reader or a leader, or if you want to join the cult, you're very welcome to. We already have the cult of the secret freaks, which is you guys, the members. The members are not just secret frequencies; they're secret freaks. Okay, so but if you want to join the Chucky Egg cult, you're very welcome. But you must try a Chucky Egg in order to join. But I would love to so check out that short. If you haven't checked it out, it's the most recent short I posted. I would love for you to check it out if you haven't heard of Dr. Amir. He's wonderful. He was very, very lovely to meet. He did a talk at the conference, and yeah, we just made friends, and now he knows about Chucky eggs. I don't know if he's tried one at home. I don't know, but yeah, I just thought that was really funny. You can join the cult if you want to. Yeah. So I'll be the Chucky egg cult leader. So but anyway, if you are American, please do let me know though if you've heard of that or not. So put yes or no with an egg emoji, or just say yes I've heard of the Chucky egg, or no I haven't. Just let me know. I would be interested. Or if you're in from any other part of the world, actually, I would be interested to know if you've heard of that or not, because it's interesting how we all do different things, you know, even though we're very similar in many ways. We all do slightly different things. And it's lovely to connect cultures. I love trying new things. I love connecting cultures. And when I went to Hungary, now one of my favorite foods is goulash. I'd never tried it before. You know, so connecting cultures is an amazing thing to do. Just trying to get the music back. It's okay if we don't get it back. We're used to it by now. But yeah, sorry, sorry about me just blabbing on about Chucky eggs. Let me get back to your questions because we don't have long left now. So yeah, come on, you are doing so well. I was so proud of you. Yes. Um. Okay, so Maya says Samuel Aries wants me to feel bad. I guess a no on that actually. Kieran says, what does SWOI want from me? Okay. All I'm really guessing is to do the best you can. That's all I'm really guessing is to do the best you can. So I'm sorry that's all that comes through. Miss Venus says, what does Twin Flame think and feel about finding out that we are both feeling the same strong pull towards each other that just doesn't go away no matter what and despite the years? Those were his words. Excuse me. Well, yeah, it's like feeling that, you know, it's almost like, for example, it's like him knowing that you're twin flames without using those words. Like that's the best way I can say it. Is it's like he knows without using those words. It's like the feeling of it, the energy of it, just without using those words. You know. Um. So yeah. I appreciate. I think it was John for moderating here. Because Kieran, you're asking some quite broad questions, like how will 2026 be for my love life? It's a bit broad, but because we are getting to the end, I'll pull you a love card for that. So let's do a love card. Take a leap of faith. Only when you're willing to step out of your comfort zone will you reap great rewards. So stepping out of your comfort zone could mean like, you know, you meet someone somewhere like that you wouldn't usually go, or you meet someone on like a trip, you know, where you're out of your comfort zone. Uh, it could be like something like that, but also it can be meeting someone that's not your usual type and expectation, someone who doesn't match like your type, you know. I don't have a type, but I go for all different, you know, types of people. But at different times, not at the same time. But yeah, so it's that the next person you go for might not be like what your type is in your mind, you know. Miss Venus, how does the twin flame think and feel about the strong pull? I would say it's like feeling like it's right. It's right, you know. So I'm just going to see if we have any new members that have jumped in that haven't had questions answered because we're getting to we only have 15 minutes left. So let me just check. Okay, doesn't look like, it looks like it's just the same people who've been in the whole time, which is great. That's fine. So what we'll do is I will just completely carry on. I'll just carry on until we get to 2 hours, and then I will jump off. Okay. So I'm not going to be doing like unless like someone who does jump in and I notice it, I will try to get to them. But we'll pretty much just carry on as we are for the next 15 minutes because it seems like it's just us guys who've been in for most of the time, you know? Jasmine says, when I hear and see spirits, I automatically say, I call on my warrior and protective spirits to step forward, and I say my protection codes. Is this enough protection for me when this happens? Yeah, I mean, I would add angels in there specifically, but yeah, they are protective. They are your protective spirits, so that is fine. But at the moment, I would add the word angels just to really connect with that angelic energy. Although they are your protective spirits, I'm sure they come forward. But yeah, just to say. So, Kieran, what's my current financial blockage? Okay. Imbalance and dense energy at the root chakra. Aslila, does M have positive impact on my daughter's life? It feels kind of like it's yeah, but it's not super strong. It's like it's not a no, but it's nothing super special. If that makes sense. Kieran says, "How will my future spouse personality be like?" Okay. The main things I'm guessing is like um generous, protective, and hardworking. Those are the main things that are coming through at the moment. Jan, is T going to like my feminine style? I know it's not every guy's cup of tea. Yes, I guess a yes from that. I do guess a yes. Kieran, any evil eye or negative energy on me, please, and thank you. I really just feel it's the lower chakras. So the dense energy in your root chakra is kind of spreading a little bit to your sacral, which is not great. So I do feel like maybe work on that. But at the moment, it feels you're protected from evil eye and other people putting negative energy on you. It just feels like because you're not working enough on that root chakra, that energy is growing a little bit. So I'm sorry to say that. Kevin, why is there a minor shift or delay in me going abroad next year? Is this something that happened or I did? Okay, okay. Uh, I'm kind of getting the message of like you're not taking your self improvement at the moment. Your guides are saying that you're not taking your self improvement as seriously as you should be, and it is impacting your path. That's what they're saying. Miss Venus says, just for my own info, I think C has a girlfriend now. Is this correct? And if so, does he still think about me or compare us, perhaps? What are his thoughts on this because of the dream? Okay. So there's no official status to this connection, but there is a connection. There is some like yeah, I would say there's a connection, but I would say like there's no um like we're fully confirmed together that yes, we are together, you know. It does feel like it's a little bit will we, won't we, you know, what are we doing right now kind of energy. But yeah, it does feel like part of that is because he does still think about you. So yes. Miss Venus says, is the twin flame going to ask me to do something together on New Year's Eve? It's highly likely. It's high. I would say like 70 to 80%. 80. I would go more to 80. Excuse me. Kevin, why do I feel I am not able to keep friends or people I want in my life for a long time? Why do they leave? What can I do about it? Okay. So there's definitely an energy of the right family, the soul family. You have like you haven't found a lot of your soul family yet. You haven't found where you really fit yet. So it's kind of like I think this is also the importance of the travel because I do feel like you find some of your soul family during the travel, and I do feel like you begin to get more of a network as you broaden your horizons in a very physical sense. So I do really feel that. It's not that you're doing something wrong. It's more like wrong place, wrong time, divine timing. Even, I wouldn't say you're doing anything wrong, but what I would say is you know you can work on your sacral energy a little bit. The color of orange is, I know we think of the sacral as very sensual and creative, which it is. The main components of our sacral are the sensual and the creative, but there's also strong sacral energy is very good at with friendships as well. It's very good with all connections, not just intimate ones. And so you might work on the sacral. You might wear a bit more orange, you know, and you know if you're not someone who wears bright colors, it could just be something small, like you know, carrying a bit of like amber or citrine or an orange crystal, you know, somewhere no one can see it if you don't really like just know to wear orange. Um, or some orange in your bedroom is very good. That's a bit more for the intimate side though. Um, yeah, so um, orange, great colour, but it is also really talking about it is more about timing and where you're going to be, because your soul family and the people you're connecting with, your the group you're going to end up with as a soul family group that you're continually going to connect with, or or you haven't met them all yet, basically, and you do need to broaden your horizons a little bit to connect with them. Jan says, is actually going to be okay with him distancing and not hanging with him daily without crashing out, or is he already at the moment thinking of moving on? So it feels like she gets more and more okay with it, and the reason for that is talking to other guys. Talking to other guys. Jasmine says, I've noticed negative entities usually engage with me in dreams, and the positive ones in person. Not to say the negative ones don't bother me in person, but every time you check for me, it seems to be that way. Okay, I've noticed that the negative entities usually engage with me in dreams and the positive ones in person. Okay, not to say the negative ones don't bother me in person, but every time you check for me, it seems to be that way. So the negative ones in dreams and the positive ones in person. Okay, okay. I always instantly go into protection mode. So when I do this, does that make my positive spirit go away too? I did it with the angel you picked up on. That's why I wish I could know who's who. No, so you're not going to make, don't worry, you're not going to make the positive spirits go away. So if that's, I feel like that's the question you're kind of getting at there. You're not going to make the negative spirits go away, so don't worry about that. But yeah, wishing you can know who's who. You're getting there. You are. I feel like you need to trust that you're getting there, because I do think that you are. A lot of you guys when I answer a question for you, and Jan, I've noticed this with Jan a lot lately as well. Jan, your intuition seems to really be heightening because not that it wasn't good to begin with, but you know, I've noticed it with a few of you, but I'm just picking out Jan at the moment because I've noticed it a bit more with Jan lately. That when I'm answering a question, it's more like I'm confirming yes to what you're saying rather than giving you information. I'm confirming the information you already know, and I love when that happens. But yeah, I feel like you'll get. I feel like you're 100% guessing there, Jasmine. Um, oh no, I forgot to plug my phone in charge. It's telling me I have no battery. Oops, I do have the charger here. Hold on. I mean, we only have 5 minutes left anyway, so a few we should just about do, but let's just get that in there just in case it cuts me off. There we are. Okay. So I missed a question. Did I miss a question? Oh no. When am I going to see the twin flame pass next? Is he going to ask? Oh, so yeah, yeah, I definitely feel going to ask, but when? Let's see when. I feel like a week and a half will be the maximum. The maximum. Ashleyla, can you see me moving to Italy in the future? Yes. Although it does look like it will be pretty distant, I do get a yes. Kevin, is there something that still needs to be done by me from my part? It's because I am not being that active in office anymore. I'm being lazy. Um, yeah, definitely don't be lazy. Definitely be super super active. I say the things that coming through most for me in terms of the office is super on it with work, like super like if you finish something, maybe even say to someone else, what can I help you with something kind of thing. But socializing as you go as well. I feel like you really do need to socialize, and it's small talk. You don't have to be best friends with people that you work with, but you have to have a pleasant disposition, is what I would say. Kevin also says, is the sponsored MBA or master's degree from my company also kind of being delayed for me to get next year? And if yes, should I go with that still or look for opportunities outside of my company? Okay, so going with that still or looking for opportunities outside of your company. Okay. It actually is leading to opportunities outside of your company. So interesting. Christina says, speaking to Omar, why has he been so passive lately after meeting back to back? I'm guessing a careless energy come through. It feels careless. It's almost like I feel like it's doing something not productive, not producive. Is producive a word? Like it could be drinking at bars with friends, gaming or something. I'm not to diss gaming, but it's something that's not super productive to progression with or external life from where trying to manifest things or make something of our life. It feels like falling into something that's a little bit um for him, for his goals and for what he wants. I would say time wasting. And like I said, not to diss gaming at all. I know a lot of you guys do game. I I think it's great for unwinding. If you guys remember back when I was with Leon, he works in gaming. He made games himself. I'm not against it or anything. I never want to say anything that offends anyone, but it does seem like to him, there's some kind of time wasting energy there. Miss Via says, Twin Flame came out of left field. It's the path Is the path direct result of the light code therapy that was done to heal and manifest a stable relationship? And if so, did that therapy indirectly affect my twin flame too? Okay. So I feel like um there is some indirect impact from this and from this therapy, but ultimately it's the strength of the twin flame magnet. That's what I call it, the twin flame magnet. Like it is a magnet. Okay, so we're on 2 hours. So I will have to jump off for a because I do have to do channeling as well. So remember, if you are root chakra and you haven't had your channeling at all this month, join me soon. It should be in about an hour. If you are heart chakra but you've only had one this month, join me then. It should be in about an hour. I'm not going to be beginning any of next month's channelings today because I do have kind of limited time. Because I'm traveling tomorrow, trying to get a good sleep, a decent time of sleep. So, yes. But let me just scroll down and read what you guys are saying. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I have to stay for this one. Jasmine! No! I wish I told you about my dream before I had it, but I'm going to, I know that you'll believe me anyway. I know you won't think that I'm lying, but I had ET experiences last night. I did screenshot from, if there's, yeah, maybe I could screenshot from my friends, me messaging my friends about it. So yeah, I need to read this. I was beamed up into what I was thinking was a spacecraft. I spent my time running and hiding, but I finally got me under one of the beds I hid under. That is so interesting. It beamed me up, and I ended up in this craft with other people standing in a circle, and I was handed a rose. Each girl had one, and all of the guys were given what I think was a cigar or something. So that's very, very interesting because in my experience, so I was laying on a bonnet with my friend, like a car bonnet, which I never do. We don't really do that here. Like lay on car bonnets and look at the sky. I was laying on a car bonnet looking at the night sky, and there were just tons and tons of these crafts. They were kind of like they're shaped in the sky, with lights on each, like light there, light there, light there, light there, like this. And first they were very, dull, and we could just see the lights, and we were like, oh, okay, spacecrafts, yeah, yeah, because we're star seeds, And but then we started to see these rainbow ones. It was like neat. They were like so the bottom shape was kind of maybe like this, or more like a tadpole-esque, without too much of a tail, like a tadpole head. And then around it was rainbow, like neon rainbow. But at first, when we saw the first ones, we were scared and we did run. So we run and we locked ourselves in the house. So it's interesting that your dream was so similar. But that's interesting because your your dream is, women being given a very feminine, like loving gift, like something that's very representative of feminine, and then the men being given something that's very, very representative of the male. So that's really interesting, really interesting. So I do want to read that more, off stream. So yeah. So I'll jump off for an hour. I'll have like a break. Um, I will come back for channeling. I'm not going straight to sleep after the channeling, so I will read that, Jasmine, because I need to now. I really need to. I can't leave it any longer. But yeah, my friend also had a very interesting synchronistic dream about birds, and then actually saw the birds in the morning after waking up. So it was very, very. We all had these very strange experiences last night. Miss Venus says, "Thank you so much for the compliment, lovely. You already know I think the world of you. You're such a beautiful woman inside and out. Same to you. I don't know how many people have seen each other here, you guys, because I know sometimes when we did the calls, which we didn't do many, not everybody had their camera on, so you might not even know how beautiful you guys are. Um, yeah, it's really important to me too, John. And don't be ashamed of that. I keep getting, yeah, interference. Yes, I know. I was thinking it's interesting because there might be interference because Jodie's just here and she's Christmas themed, isn't she? So I might just show Jodie with the Christmas tree just for the end here. But let me just scroll down. No, Jasmine. So the end means like you will end up together in the end in some way, whether it's in this lifetime or not. It's like um, there needs to be completion of the twin flame connection in the end. Oh, Sunlight! I haven't seen you in. I appreciate the compliment on my unicorn. So yeah, I'll do your card quickly. I'll do your dragon. Sorry that you caught me jumping off, but there you go. You have green dragon for Sunlight. Um, Helps you tune into the secrets of nature, receive answers and guidance from nature, align with your divine essence. Very nice. So the green dragon will help you connect with nature. So sometimes you're being told that because you need to get out more or you need to ground. If you don't have any house plants, I recommend getting one, especially snake plants or cacti. Um, and putting your feet on the earth if you can, if it's warm enough where you are. Just going for walks, maybe traveling a little bit as well with the green dragon. Slight says, "Man, you guys are lucky. I wish I can get beamed up into a ship too. That's fun. It can be fun. For me, I've always had good experiences with. I say always. I've mostly had good experiences with ETs, but there are people that have not, and that may not be ET, that might be government, but let's not talk about that. Miss Venus says, thank you so much as always. I even feel your protective energy over me. Like a sister. We are sisters. We are soul sisters. I love you too. And I hope I can always look out for you. And that goes to all of my beautiful secret freaks. So, love, light, and blessings. Love, light, and blessings to each of you. I really, really hope to see you soon and talk to you soon. And of course, if you haven't had both or one of your channelings, please do join me soon. Love, light, and blessings. I will jump off now.